how to make the stopwatch like this. On pressing the start button, will start, stop, and restarting, start, reset. Now the watch how to make this. Let's begin. First, create a folder in desktop folder, and name was anything you can type. I was typing stopwatch. Now open VS Code. Now go to file, open folder, and select this. Inside the desktop, you should select this stopwatch and select the folder. Now the folder is open. Now click this icon to create a file inside this stopwatch folder. Click this. I'm typing index.html file. Now, now I'm including doc type HTML, HTML, head, title, stopwatch, and inside this body, I should begin our coding. Main part of the code. I'm creating a first of all, I'm creating a div tag for this clock. You can see here. Also creating a button, two buttons. First button is start, and the second button is reset. We having two. Now you can see. Uh, if I click the start button, it should change into stop. One button for two things it will do, and the reset button will reset the clock to 000. Uh, Now we can proceed with JavaScript. JavaScript. Before that, we should open the folder. We should give an ID for this start, and also give the on click for this. I'm giving on click to call the start watch. It is a function name we yet to create. You can give any function name, and also this function will call the this function will call reset function. You can give reset. Now we should define this. Now we should define this function. We can now I'm declaring an r equal to 0. For minute I'm declaring minute equal to 0, and for second we am declaring second equal to 0. I'm declaring a function which name is start watch. Sorry, stopwatch. It is a function. It is a new function start watch which increments the time. First, it increments the seconds plus plus. If the second reaches 60 means we should increment the minute, and also we should reset the second to 0. I'm also incrementing and also resetting the second. If the minute reaches the 60 means we should we should increment the r and reset the minute. That's all about this code. It will work, but we should call this function each second. Per second we should call this function. I'm declaring id for this div tag, which is t. T means time. Now we can use the inner t dot inner html, and inside this html we should type that r First is uh, first is R and concatenation operator and minute plus plus second. Now we should I am creating an another function which is an important function. Using that function we should call this function. That function name is nothing but I am typing function keyword, and that function will call this call when the start button is clicked. It will call the start watch. I'm declaring this function start watch. Inside this function, I'm declaring a constant array with two values. Like I'm declaring stop for this button only. I'm creating this constant array, stop and start. Sorry, I'm declaring double quotes. That's all. Also, I'm declaring an variable cur means nothing but it's a current. I'm giving a current. It is a current index. It is a current index variable. For swapping of this button to start, we should swap it by using this. Also, I should create an ID for this. I'm getting an ID equal to SB. SB for this button I'm creating. Start button means as SB abbreviated as SB. You can use any ID. I'm using SB here. Now I'm using that SB dot inner HTML which is equal to array of current index. Now we can refresh this page and see. Now it will swapping the button, but the swap button is not swapping again. I'm going to show you how to swap it again. For that we should use again. I'm using the current equal to bracket current plus one modulus modulus array dot length array dot length. It's array of the array length is nothing but is I'm commenting the line length length is two length is two because two element is available. I'm also typing this index of the array 0 and 1, which is the index of the array. uh, I'm incrementing the current plus 1, and the modulus is length will be it will loop on to this array. Let me explain this clearly. I'm using this diagram. I will explain clearly. Now we can see here I am typing index 0 and 1. uh, First the current will be 0, current index will be 0, index will be incremented by 1 and modulus 2. First first iteration it will be current it will be current plus 1. The current will be 0, it will call the stop. And next you can see here we will call first time refreshing this page. First the current will be 0, therefore stop it calling the stop. Now the current will be incremented by 1 because current plus 1. Now we can see here current will be incremented by 1 because it will call the start. Now you can see it will call the start, then the current will be incremented by 1, but it will be 2. 2 modulus 2. 2 modulus 2 is nothing but 0. The current will be 2 modulus 2 is nothing but it will be 0. It will reset the value again. Now you can see it will reach to it will call the stop, and again it will loop like 1. It will increment by 1. It will call the start, and again it will be 2, and 2 minus 2 would be 0. It will loop on again and again when its function is called. This is really happening here, and now we can proceeding with our code. Now we can using another we should use now we should use the if condition inside the if. I am mentioning the if array of current double equal to start. We should perform that one function. We should if the start is equal double equal to, else if array of current index double equal to Stop means it will uh, perform another function. Now you can refresh this browser. Now you can refresh on pressing this start. It should increment this time. It should one. The second should be one, two, and three. For that we should use an Java method which is called set interval. Using the set interval which calls this another function. I am declaring this function set interval start watch stopwatch. Stopwatch we call the stopwatch in 1000 millisecond. 1000 millisecond equal to 1 second. Okay, got it. Now we can refresh this page. Now we can start. Now you can see it is running. The seconds is running. Now we can see after 10 you should increment the minute by 1. Sorry, after 60 second it will increment the minute by 1. We can wait for that. Now we can see it is incrementing the minute. It's working properly, but we should add now pressing the stop. It will not work. We should add this function of the stop here. I'm resetting this. Now we should add the function of the stop. For the stop, we should add a clear interval. Clear interval should have an ID of this set interval. Therefore, I'm giving the interval ID, or I can give interval ID. Interval ID. Interval ID. I'm storing it in this variable. Now I'm using the clear interval to stop this interval using this ID. Interval ID. Interval ID. I'm passing this to this clear interval. Now it will work. Hope it will work. Start. Now one, two. Now it is working. You can see this. Now the pending is reset button. We should add the reset button. Now it's starting us again. Now the function is working properly. We should reset. We should add the function of the reset. We should add this reset function. Now we can type. I'm adding the function reset. On clicking the reset, it will call the reset button. It will call the reset function. Inside this function, we should the clear interval, clear interval, interval ID. We should clear this interval ID, and we should clear the interval ID, and also we should reset the second to 0 and the minute to 0 and hour to 0. That's all. Now we should display that 00 for by using I'm using this t is which this time ID dot inner html equal to that 0. That's all. We can now we can see now you can see 1 2 reset. It will be 0. It will clear the interval, and it will 0. Next we should also we should reset. I'm reset this time, but we should change this button change this button to start. Change this button to start, and also we should reset this current variable. I'm resetting this current variable to 0, and also SB. This button ID is SB. Start button ID is SB. I'm dot SB dot inner html equal to we should type as start. Now you can see refreshing the page. Now start 1 2 and reset. Now I'm pressing the reset button. You should change into start. Now we can see here start. Now we can again start. One, two, three, 4, 5. Reset. Now it is working properly. Now we should also we can add an zero. We can also add a zero before this zero. It will looks beautiful. Okay, it will looks nice. It will look good. For adding that zero, I'm using like let uh, s equal to, if the second is lesser than 10, it will be true pot. It is a true pot. It will add this zero zero in between the second. If the condition is not true, it will left the second like will. Now we should duplicate this by Alt Shift one arrow. For I'm typing for a minute, and also for hour, also for hour H. I'm using H for hour. I'm changing this for minute, minute and hour. That's all. It is completed. Now we can see here. Now we should update also. We should update by replacing that H by. I would also change this to minute and hour. That will work. It will work. Sorry, mistake. Start. Now we can see it will work. Now it will not change. That's all. The stopwatch is alone. We should add the function. We added the function, and many we should add. We should add some the decoration work for this by using. You can use CSS for that. Simple decoration. We can perform a simple decoration. Enclose the two buttons like you can see here. You can see here the two buttons is start and reset button. You can enclose the div tag. Can give an ID itself. I'm giving ID T not B. B means buttons. I'm giving shortly B. I'm including a style tag here. That's all completed. Now full screen. Now we can see it is not arranged properly. For the arrangement, we should use CSS. For T, I'm using the ID T. I'm using this ID T. T is nothing but this time display. I'm moving lightly towards right side. I'm assigning the position relative. I'm position using a relative for this. I'm using the position relative here, and top 20 pixel. Now it will come down, and also adjusting left, adjusting 5 pixels. I'm using this B tag to select this both buttons, and using position relative top 20 pixel, left equal to, can adjust for 5 pixels, or you can adjust for 3 pixels. You can add an box around this display and also around this clock by using CSS. For this, I'm using the two div tag here, div tag, div tag, using the ID like box one. You can give any name like as you like, and also for this box two, and getting that box one and box two, box one. I'm setting the position equal to absolute. which is absolute to the body. Now we can't see, but because we should set the height and we should set the height and width. Also, we should set border to the 1 pixel, border equal to 1 pixel, border style. Border style you can give solid. Border should give also border color in black. We should add it height and width for this height. I mean for just for reference, 100 pixels. For width also I'm giving 100 pixels. I'm reducing the height by we can increase 70 pixels. How do we looks great? You can use 70 so 70 is good. Create in another box. You can control shift down arrow Q, and for this I'm giving 50 pixel. Now we can use left attribute, left uh, 20 pixel, or this should give 15. So it goes okay. We should also decrement the height. I'm decrementing to 42. So we should move it down by using top 10 pixel. Now you can see what is moving. 30 pixel. 7 you can also use like 18. Now it's good. You can see it. The height is reduced also very good. You can reduce height also. Yeah. It's okay. I think it's okay. You can also move the box by left 5 pixels. That's all. You can create the stopwatch. That's all. We created the stopwatch. We can use start to increment the clock and stop to stop the clock and reset. Start, stop, start, reset. That's all about this video. Thank you.